Hello everybody, this is YSGuru from Japan Gaming. Welcome to another tutorial video. A lot of people do this Death Queen stage, for weapon farming. But actually, if you want some of the slightly better weapons, it's better to do a farther on stage. So today I'm going to show you how to do this Labyrinth of Light stage. And I know I have the iDune FF, but it's actually, perfectly possible to use any of your short-range weapons. Something that does a lot of damage at close range, high burst, whatever. I just happen to have the iDune FF, so I'm going to be using it. But it is possible to do this without. So don't worry too much about that. And also, I'll be doing this in Inferno, of course. So if you just need to clear this stage in Inferno with the Wing Diver, then this tutorial should help you out. Now, this strategy is very easy, and this level is very easy to farm, but this only works with the Wing Diver. So sadly, if you're going through this as Ranger or something, this little trick that I'm about to show you will not work with the Ranger. But don't worry about the items, because later we'll have all the time in the world to pick up the items, which is a nice thing about this stage and the strategy, is that you've got all the time in the world later to pick up all the goodies. But first I usually take out these two Deroys, the tripod walkers, and then land on the roof here, and right about that time you'll be swarmed by the first group of ants, which isn't too big of a deal here on the roof. It takes them a while to climb up and attack you, and so just clear them off the roof real quick. It's probably okay if you take a little bit of damage. Don't be surprised by the amount of armor I have. Honestly, it's not really all that much at this point in the game in Inferno, but you don't really need this much armor for this strategy. As soon as my energy is full, I fly from the top of the building all the way on top of this ant spawning alien ship. So this is the trick. You can basically just stand up here, and even though this thing is opening and turning all weird, don't move. If you just stand here, you'll fall straight down on top of it. And you can see on the map the ants are all swarming underneath me there, but the ants can't get you. In fact, nothing can get you up here, really. This is why this trick only works with the Wing Diver. As you notice, when the ship closes itself up, it's going to push you to the edge. But don't worry, as long as you don't move, you'll still be standing on it. And you can just get back up here and aim at the center and just blow the ship away. Pretty easy, just stand on top of it. As soon as you're done, go to the next one. There are two ships here that spawn ants. And ants are really the only real threat in this mission, in Inferno. After you've destroyed these two ships, there's pretty much limited enemies. Whereas if you're fighting through this mission and you don't destroy these, you have unlimited ants to fight your way through. But this is kind of cheesy. And of course, you notice I left all these shields. What you're supposed to do in this mission, of course, is take out all these overlapping shields, but the shields have a lot of HP, and so it's really a waste of time because it takes forever to destroy those. And while you're doing that, you have to fight a group of ants, do a little bit of damage, fight another group of ants, etc., etc. And it just takes too long. So the best thing to do is to destroy the ant producers first. And as you can see, it was really easy to do. All I did was just jump on top of both of those ships. And now both of the ant spawning ships are gone. So now comes the only tricky part in this whole mission in Inferno, is you've got two large groups of ants, and most of the flyers are also after you. I fly back to the beginning here where this tower is. There's a pretty large area where the shields won't be in your way too much. And you can land here on the tower and fight these ships. And the ants will come, and it'll take them a while, but they'll climb the tower. And so that'll buy you some time. As you can see, they're forced to climb the tower to try to get you. And then if you feel overwhelmed, you can just jump off the tower and just take them all out. But this is the hardest part of the whole mission in Inferno, is just surviving and taking out what's left. So take out all the ants first as a priority, and the ships can be, secondary. And in this run, I kind of messed up here. I used my energy, so I was grounded. You really, really need to be careful with your energy. Make sure you can fly, around and dodge all the ants, especially since you're soloing this. So, yeah, I took quite a bit of damage there that I shouldn't have because I was grounded for a few seconds. I wasn't careful with my energy consumption. But as long as you're careful with your energy consumption, this section is not very hard. I may have made it look hard, but yeah, I just wasn't careful, I should say, with my energy there. And basically, with all the ants gone, just focus on the remaining flyers. Of course, the shields are going to be kind of annoying. They're still in your way. They're still blocking your shots. But the ships will be flying back and forth through this area. And it's a pretty large open gap between all the shields. So you can just hang out here. If you need health, the ants or these ships have probably dropped quite a bit of health. And at this point, you've won. That's pretty much it. That's the stage in Inferno. And there's really no threats left. You can see over on the right, there's a few flyers left, but they're really easy to deal with. And really all that's left on the map is the shield-bearing towers, the shield towers. And in this mission, they don't actually move. Unlike in some missions, they walk around and they stand up or they squat, whatever. But in this mission, they're just standing and they never move. So you don't even have to worry about chasing them down or anything. And what I like about this is, like I mentioned, a lot of missions, you run out of time and suddenly mission complete, and you didn't have time to grab all the goodies. Especially if you're weapon farming in Inferno here. But in this stage in particular, it's very easy to end the mission whenever you like. And that's what I like about it. So I can go around the map very easily with the wing diver and grab all the goodies, all the weapons, all the armor, pretty much every item you want. I'm going to go ahead and start destroying the towers now. And yeah, there'll be a couple rogue flyers, maybe just, guarding some of these, but it's really no big deal. Pretty easy to deal with. And you might be wondering why I'm using, like the short-range electroshock weapons. They're great for taking out all the ants, and they work for the ships. And of course, I just wanted to destroy those ant spawning ships in the air. You definitely don't want to use plasma because you're standing on it. And yeah, you'll kill yourself. You want some kind of electric weapon so that you can just beam it to death, because it's going to be right in front of your face. And you may be wondering how to get the last tower, which is way out in the water. And, like most people take a sniper weapon for this mission, because the one way out in the water, it's too far to get without a sniper weapon, which I am not carrying, so... But I'll show you it's really easy. With the wing diver, you can actually just fly right out to it and burn it to death while you're hovering over the final tower. But yeah, at this point, there's no enemies left in the map at all. So it's a pretty quick farm and it's pretty easy. There's, very few enemies in this mission. If you really think about it, just the ant spawning ships, and as you noticed, I took those out at the very first thing. And with the wing diver, it's incredibly easy to take them out. You just stand on top of them and just burn them to death. And then fly to the next one, burn it to death. And then the only tricky part of the mission after that is to take out the actual remaining ants and the remaining flyers that will converge on you. And that's about it. Easy peasy. And you can use this strategy to, actually beat this mission in Inferno difficulty if you've been having trouble actually, completing this mission in Inferno difficulty. But I just use this strategy to farm weapons. Since this is stage 83, I think it's 83, or maybe 83 online, but offline it's 78? But at any rate, this stage is beyond the Death Queen stage, the one with the giant queen bees, which a lot of people farm. But that one is really time-consuming, and I know it's somewhat easy. I made a video about it, but this stage is actually quite a bit easier if you know what you're doing. And once again, I can just chill, relax, pick up all the items in my spare time, and don't have to worry about the mission suddenly being over and missing, a bunch of drops. Like in the Death Queen one, you'll notice, like, when you kill a Death Queen, like, oh, she dropped a couple weapons, but then the mission ended and you just had no time to get there in time and actually pick them up. Make sure you destroy those trees there because, trees, they suck. These are the items dropped by those Tri-Walkers, the Deroys. So like I said, you can just leave them and then come and pick them up at your leisure when all the enemies are gone. Looks like the other Tri-Walker dropped me a weapon and some armor here. So that's good. And, most of these shield bearers the shield towers will drop about 3 or 4 items. And usually one of them will be a weapon. So once again, I'm using this for weapon farming. And this is the stage I got Gunganir from, which is the Wing Diver's ultimate sniper weapon. Ridiculous damage that it does. So if you're wanting to get that item, this is a good weapon or a good stage, to farm. And here's the last enemy. I feel like I've got all the items that I wanted. There's a bunch in the water that sadly you cannot get, but just fly out here and use your whatever weapon you have equipped, kind of hover above this tower and you can just burn it to death. And that's it. The end of the mission. It's actually pretty easy in Inferno to farm and a good one to get some weapons. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Hope this video helped you out. This strategy, only works with the Wing Diver because you can, actually fly up on top of those ships, and it makes things so much easier. So, with a ranger or something, it's going to be a lot more difficult. But if you like the Wing Diver and you're looking to farm some weapons, or you just want to complete this mission with the Wing Diver, this is a really easy way to do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Hope the video helps. Check out my YSGuru Japan Gaming channel for more good Japan games. That's right, EDF is a Japanese game. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.